Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through unboxing of a expansion set for the real grade God Gundam. So I guess to put it into some scale terms, we're probably looking at items for the 1:144 scale, but as I mentioned, the God Gundam, this is the real grade God Gundam, not the high grade God Gundam. And this particular expansion set was released by Bandai in 2022 being this year. So some time ago, I did go through an unboxing of the real grade God Gundam, and obviously with the expansion set having been announced, it was hard to say no, because why not? It's the God Gundam. What, who wouldn't want more accessories? But in saying that, it is obviously more of a P Bandai limited release, so I won't have a product link for the expansion set, but I can definitely include a product link back to the real grade God Gundam at HobbyLink Japan, which is where I got mine initially as well. So, front of the box, so we have a shot pretty much right smack in the center of the God Gundam. Getting ready to, I wish I remember the name, but I sadly do not. Cast it's not the burning finger, is it? I don't know. As I said, it's been a while, I don't remember. Feel free to leave a comment to correct me. That's obviously quite prominent in the center. We do have a shot of the God Gundam on Funsaki, and I suspect this will just be an exact copy of what was packed with the high grade Master Gundam. And then over here we have the God Gundam sporting some, I dare say, some fist effects. So that's front. Bottom of the box, pretty much nothing to write home about. The side of the box is pretty much just a rehash of the front. In terms of what is inside, well, I can definitely remember those bits of Funsaki. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of runners, and a typical P Bandai manual at the bottom. I can definitely confirm those are definitely Funsaki re-released from the Master Gundam. I'll open up all these bags of runners and then we can have a better look at everything that is included. Bags of runners. I don't know what's going on anymore. Open bag, basically. And with everything now out of the bags, here we have the front of the manual, pretty much going straight into the thick of things with the parts list. So I don't know how they've actually ordered the parts list, because I definitely don't know how I ordered the parts list. So I do know this B, HA, HB and the PVC wire do belong to Funsaki. I do believe, from what I could recognize, there will be an Action Base 5 as well, and the rest I think are parts of the expansion set. This CE runner, I'm not too sure. I think this could be a bit of a mini display. Time will tell. Either way, front of the manual, going through the runners. Given that's P Bandai, it's also not going to have too much information thereafter. So, trying to figure out how this all works. So, I guess if we start with the inside of the manual. So the first part of it will basically be actually using that small circular display base to help create some of these effects. So you'll either be able to create the God Finger effect or the Seikiha Tenkyoken. So it will be either, which is fine. You can have some punch effects. And then you can use the Action Base 5 to create the Hyper Mode display base. Which does make me wonder, when are they going to release the Hyper Mode version of the real grade God Gundam? Not that I'll be picking one up, I'm afraid. I'm quite happy with its standard retail colors. Anyway, going through the steps to create the hyper mode effect. If I remember correctly, the rings are from the actual retail release, so that you won't have the rings in here, but you should have the plastic components to actually create the ring effect. As seen here, interestingly enough, if you look at it side on, it does look really weird. Keep that in mind. And then the rest of the instructions will be going through how to build Funsaki, which will probably be an exact rinse and repeat of the steps to create him from the steps in the Master Gundam High Grade. And he still includes a small display base as well. And then you can just happily mount the God Gundam onto Funsaki. You can actually still have the hyper mode there as well, so yes, you can do a good amount of posing on Funsaki there. That's pretty cool. It's definitely a very nice expansion set. I know the real grades have typically had a few expansion sets over the time, but this one actually I think does complement quite well. It does make me wonder, does that mean we're going to get a Master Gundam real grade in the future? Time will tell. Now, trying to figure out all that's included, so it's going to be all over the shop, I'm sure. The foil sticker sheet, this will be predominantly, if not all, for Funsaki. So eyes, hooves and things like that. We do have a single sticker, which I believe is for one of the effects. Now, as for the runners, apologize in advance, I have no real actual logic to this other than loose adherence to the alphabet. So we have EAs 1 and 2 in that very nice translucent orange. So EA2 is pretty much just a functional copy of the left half of EA1, but as we know, we have the punching effects as well as some of this other special move effects as well that we can create. So that's actually quite cool that we get some of these. So that's EAs 1 and 2. There's also EB1 and EB2, which are in clear. EB2 is just a copy of this upper center of EB1. Looks like a lot of these will be for the hyper mode, and yeah, so those are in clear. We have this CE1 as well, which we know is to help assist with some of the physical attack effects. That's in clear. Going through Funsaki, so we have HA1 all in white. So if you've ever built the Master Gundam, you would have had experience building Funsaki. I will admit I have done the Master Gundam. I think it's just missing some stickers at this point in time. Funsaki was cut out, but I don't believe I got around to finishing Funsaki, which now basically means I have two, which is both good and bad. So that's HA1, that's in white, and then we have HB, which is also in white, the rest of the limbs of Funsaki. Now, surprisingly, there is some decent detailing on Funsaki to help make some of that white pop, so it's definitely going to be worthwhile doing it. So just keep that in mind, because that will add a little bit of time to do that paneling. We have a B runner in red, which will do some of the red components for Funsaki. And because I do remember, we have a red PVC wire, which will be the reins for Funsaki. And then lastly, we have the components for Action Base 5 as clear. So there's all your relevant stand position components and things like that, and there's the base itself. So very nice that we get an Action Base 5 included. Always very nice to have. So we have that. As I said, that's in clear. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the expansion set for the real grade 12144 God Gundam. So all that expansion set content is all basically scaled for the 12144 God Gundam, which is cool. So it's definitely nice that there's some extra playability there. Unfortunate that it had to be an expansion set, but the retail release did also come with a good number of inclusions. So, and this, these components here, they're nice to have, but they're definitely not super critical to have if you didn't feel that you had the money, the time, or a ability to order. So, but still, they do look quite nice if you were able to get a set for yourself. I will include a link to the real grade God Gundam over at Hobbylink Japan. If at any given time that you're curious to see that particular kit. And I might try and see if I can look around for the expansion set, possibly, and see if I can find one on Side 7. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.